So here's where I actually am right now. Long story short, I am in it. And it's been hard. I've been hard on myself about the channel. I have been hard on myself about what kind of content is valuable and is going to help people and is going to drive measurable success and growth, and also what is going to feel authentic and true to me right now. And it's been really hard to juggle. I am making a point to slow down on the heady frameworks, not because I don't find them relevant or interesting, but because they're not honest and in integrity with where I am in this very moment. And there are concepts that I want to come back to, and I will circle back around, like the 4 channels of truth, which, by the way, I do cover all 4 in the first video. So if you think you might be an oracle or a strategist, definitely check out the first video. But I want to metabolize that framework before I even speak to it. I think it was easy for me to speak to the seer archetype because I am one, and that's a good example for how this is working and why it's draining me. Is some of these frameworks are integrated in like fragments and pieces, and it's even if it is, it's just not where I am now. I want to be present in the process. I want to just be able to show up on camera and just be who I am, because I think that's who I am in my truth. And I think it's also, I hope it's more liberating to you to feel safe and comfortable knowing that we should all be able to do that in our day-to-day. That's what I stand for. That's what this channel is all about. And it's hard to do that, especially when you're in a place of leadership. But we have to reframe that. We have to reframe what leadership really is. Leadership is being honest and inspiring and encouraging other people to do the same by being an example. It is my goal and my purpose in life to hold myself accountable and stay in alignment, be radically honest about where I am in any given moment. So I've been back at my parents' house, as I had mentioned earlier in the video. I know I'd spoken on black sheep themes and all that stuff, and even that has not been in true resonance with me in terms of defining familial dynamics in that way. In this phase, in this season thus far, I've been in complete observer mode, and while the environment of my parents' home, all my family members really is, quite dense. There's a lot of survival consciousness still, and just, density and karma. I don't absorb it anymore the way that I did when I was younger. So that's been a really interesting experience to see the contrast and to also still stand in my truth and deliver truth sharply and cleanly, unapologetically, and noticing that actually it's not causing drama, even if people, even if speaking my truth in real time can make people feel uncomfortable, which is almost guaranteed, especially for those who are still kind of in that distortion of survival consciousness. Oftentimes it comes out when it needs to in ways that are felt. And I think because when you're in observer mode, even if you deliver difficult truths, it doesn't come out with judgment. It's more like, this is objectively what I'm seeing. Take it if you want it, or leave it. I'm not going to judge you either way. I have empathy for where you are. You're a human being. I see your light. I see your heart. But this is where the distortion is. Do what you want with this information. That's kind of like how I've been giving feedback. And it's a really cool place to be. It's really affirming for me on my growth path and my healing path. I've just been making sure to stay committed to my path, taking my videos, editing and uploading the YouTube channel, because it is my livelihood at this point and my purpose and my anchor, really, and getting outside, walking my dog, moving energy. I really need to order sage and sage the heck out of this place. That is on my to-do list. Things like that. Just like energetic hygiene, emotional hygiene, space, as much as possible, nature, breath, all of that. What I'm processing and moving through the most is my own becoming, the not fun part, the slow and kind of invisible part. Of course, I have more and more frameworks that pop into my head all the time that I want to explore, but I just don't feel like I'm in a framework space, and I don't know why I've been trying so hard to push that energy. I think also because I'm so abstract and I am sort of a transmitter, finding a good container for all of this information is also a challenge. And I think frameworks kind of help me like package up my thoughts and ideas, but why am I trying to package things up? And I have a video where I could just turn on the thing and start speaking raw truth about the universe the way that I did in the beginning. Like, I will do that, but it's not gonna come from me trying to like put a little bow tie and put it in this pretty little framework for you. At some point, I'm sure that I will, but it needs to come from a more embodied place of flow, not pressure or scarcity, really. So that is my truth. That's where I'm at right now, and the rest is, who knows? Gotta keep chugging along and moving forward and trusting that the fog will evaporate. Also, in these phases, as you do keep pushing along, I think the fog also serves a purpose. I know for me, and ChatGPT helped bring this insight to me, which I actually find very useful and insightful, is that the fog can sometimes be, especially after a quantum leap like I had, where you make a lot of really, really bold shifts in your life very, very quickly, and you jump timelines essentially as in doing so. Afterwards, I was ready with my YouTube channel, coming back here like in go-getter mode, like ready to scale, ready to like get things moving. But I started the YouTube channel from an old version of myself. A version of myself that was still a tad bit more in survival consciousness, and the structure in which I had built myself, my worth, my day-to-day, all of these things, that stuff for me was not particularly strong. So now, after leaping into this new phase, I'm in this liminal space, or this foggy domain, because I need to slow down and like integrate and catch up and get back to a place where I can build up in a way that's going to be sustainable and strong, like a really true strong foundation. And I think that that was a helpful message for me. I hope that showing up more honestly, more raw, more vulnerable again helps, inspires you, makes you feel more seen or less alone, because I think this is a normal part of life, this phase, and it's so nice and easy to talk about this phase when you're not in it, but when you're in it, you're like, where am I? Like, what is happening? I'm gonna do my best to express where I'm at and be honest, and also share any insights that come through. And I know that at some point we will all make it out. Let me know what's been going on for you and how you're doing in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Give this video a thumbs up if it resonated with you, and I will be back soon.